community a little bit about yourself, who you are, a bit about yourself.
My name is Bob. I've been in wholesale and real estate for about 3 years now. I've been using Monster Control for almost 2 years now, and uh, it's one of my many campaigns. But I have done about 20 deals so far right now, and looking to do more, especially with the help of Monster Control.
All right, all right. And how long have you been? Okay, so you mentioned that you've been using launch control for the past two
All right.
years,
Yeah.
but what led you to us?
Actually, my VA was more familiar with it than I was using another service, and my VA was more comfortable with launch control, and it's like we closed our first deal together after only working for a week, and uh, she's really strong part of the team, and it's like, oh, and value her opinion. It's like, okay, let me just take a look, and it's like I like the uh, the user interface of launch control. And it's like, okay, this makes a lot more sense. And it's like, oh, you can send so much from one price, and you're sending as many texts as you want. So it's like it seemed very value added, and and being compliant too. So quickly, where you're able to send a lot of messages but still be compliant with the laws is also an added benefit, especially now that the laws have changed. Seeing how all the other systems are that I used to use look like crap now, and now the launch control has been easily changing with the laws, and so making that ease of usability a priority.
Thank you so much for that. We kept it real ever since the beginning.
Okay.
But thank you. But yes, you are definitely right. Something that we are most proud of is the fact that launch control is known for its safety and compliance, not only for us, but for our whole user base. So I agree on that with you. Um, could you, what impact has launch control had on your business?
Really great impact. We've gotten some really great leads from launch control. Really like the all the automation in there for following up and the drip campaigns, and uh, definitely that's where you're going to get your deals is from that follow up. It's not going to be that first text. It's not going to be that second text. And with launch control, it makes that follow up easy because that's where you're going to get your deals. At least that fifth, sixth time you talk to those sellers. So and you keep track, and you know where you're at with the follow ups and all the different templates as well. It makes it easy as well to follow up and all the automation.
Hmm. Now that you mentioned leads and deals, can you walk us through a recent deal? Could you break it down a little bit?
Yeah, so there was one deal in New Jersey here with a text lead, and we had been talking to him for like 6 months. He was one of he owns a lot of different rental properties, and he wasn't wanting to sell. I just kept following up, wasn't interested, wasn't interested, kept following up, and after 6 months, we finally agreed on a price, uh, and finally closed that deal last month. Made 10,000. It was like 120,000. We locked it up under, and we got it signed for 130,000, and he's happy. And we're trying to get him. He's been sick now, but he still remembers us, and he wants to unload a lot of his other rental properties, and so we definitely look like we'll get more deals out of that, and that's all from just one text campaign from launch control and following up with them.
Now that you mentioned in the previous question, you also mentioned about the follow-ups touch points, and now you pretty much elaborated on how important actually follow-ups are. Well, the deals are in the follow-up. So could you elaborate a little bit further on your follow-up efforts? So how important are actually follow-ups for you?
It's very important because again, we're texting these people, we're out of the blue, so you're not going. Very rarely are you going to see somebody wanting to sell their house on that first text or that second text. They're like, who is this? This is a scam. I don't know who this person is. So follow up is key. Definitely, texting should be that initial get your foot in the door. And we definitely, our process is to call them afterwards to get the, but some people are more familiar with text, so we can text them too, and the platform makes it so easy to have that conversation. But yeah, follow up. You want to build that rapport, and with launch control, you see where you're at within that process, and you can see everything and how long it's been, and hey, you want to we're ready to follow up, and then when it's after 30 days, I'll let you follow up with those people. But you want to follow up and make sure and get them in the front of their mind, so they remember who you are, and you're asking about how they're doing. Want to make those messages personal and remember what they said. And with texting, it makes it very easy. Where cold calling, you got to write it down. Where texting, it's right there. They're telling you all about their problems in the family sometimes, and you can say, "Oh, hey, how's such and such? What's this?" And you can hit on those points much easier than cold calling, and build that rapport. And that way, uh, hopefully, that leads to a deal.
100%. I agree with you on that. I agree with you. And that is also in the meetings, our deal flow blast off sessions. We definitely overemphasize. I personally overemphasize how important follow-ups is. And it usually takes me 20 minutes to explain only drip automations, because if they're not using it, they're most likely, they're just going to be kind of throwing all those not interested prospects in a ditch. And if you're looking to manually follow up, it's okay if you have 100 conversations, but if you're texting every day and get to 2,000 conversations, there's no way that you're able to manually follow up with every single one of them, and not as frequently. So definitely follow-ups. Well, the deals are in the follow-ups, as mentioned.
It is, yeah. So many have from other marketing channels. We've followed up after a year, and we're locking up on contracts. So it's definitely, it's all in the follow up.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree. All right. Well, how about this? Do you have any, let's say, launch control or general investing hacks, some tips and tricks, something that you do that is unique, that gets you closer to a deal? Now, of course, if it's something that is top secret, you don't have to share, but
Yeah, not in top secret. I mean, it's consistency. I think with my team, we're hitting the daily limit every day, and you want to maximize that limit. I mean, uh, I think that's a big key right there that we do. We're tracking that every day, making sure we don't miss that limit. So we got systems in place to make sure we hit that limit. And I think the other thing to help with deals, that I think used with any marketing channel, is uh, we're making offers. You know, Now we're not setting appointments. We're making offers right then and there, so we're on the same page. So we can kind of get that motivation right then and there, and instead of setting an appointment and making the offer, and it's like, oh well, I'm looking for market price, and it's like, well, I'm not, but we're the team is making as many offers as possible each day, and we lock up a contract, one or two contracts a week because of it. So you know, be consistent, whatever marketing channel that is, follow up. That's almost its own marketing channel right there. Uh, Make sure you maximizing the daily limit on launch control. That's the big key, I think, is it would lead to our success as well. And then making those offers, you want to make at least. I say the goal for my team is they each make at least one offer a day, and I've got three that are on launch control. So we're doing about you know 18 to 20 offers a week, and we lock up one or two contracts a week. So
oh, wow. Okay. One or two contracts a week. Well, that's not bad at all.
no, it's not.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I see you, Bob. That's very good. That's very good. All right. Well, Bob, do you have any last words of wisdom for me, for all of launch control community, for all new investors? Do you have anything to say?
Nothing I haven't shared already. It's just I only words of wisdom I have. I can do it. You can do it. That's everything I've said. As long as you follow all those will help you. It's all about consistency. All doing you do the same thing every day, and hit it hard. you will have no problems being successful.
Yeah, literally, like for the previous question, the first thing you said, consistency, and I literally heard it jump into my mind back in point of like, yes, exactly, consistency and patience. And something that I started saying again, Rome, we all know that Rome wasn't built in one day. And if it was, it definitely would not look the way it looks today. So baby steps. And as our director of customer experience, Catherine, says, slow and steady wins the race. There just needs to be consistency, and results are going to be coming on their own, basically.